welcome to the Eurotube studio. We're going to do a quick and dirty video on how to bias up Peavey-XXX. The process and tool we're going to show here would be exactly the same whether it was a JSX or a XXX or even one of the new 3120s. So let's get started. First off, we're going to make sure we've got a speaker load. This is a 16 ohm cabinet, so we've got it set at 16 ohms. We've got our AC line. We're going to let it rip. This is our new Eurotubes Pro-One bias probe. It's all contained. There's no batteries. There's no nothing. As you just noticed, as soon as I powered the amp up, it powers up. Really simple. Nothing you can really screw up there. So we're going to let it warm up here for a minute or so, and we'll get back to you. All right, this JSX has been on for a couple of minutes now, and we're ready to get to it. Before we do so, some quick information. The JSX is capable of running both 6L6 and EL34 type tubes. They went ahead and gave you a tube select switch to modify the range of the bias adjustment circuit to accommodate both tube types. Today the customer wanted the JJ KT77s. The KT77s are in the EL34 family, so we're in the EL34 setting. We're also using the Eurotubes Pro-One bias probe. I mentioned earlier this is a totally self-contained unit, no batteries or anything. As you can see, it is powered up because the amp's powered up. It's just at standby waiting for us. One of the neat features with this bias probe is you can leave it in the amp while you play if you want to experiment with different bias settings. Realistically, a setting anywhere between 32 and 40 mA per tube would be totally appropriate. It really just depends on your preference. In this case, we're going to go with a setting of about 70%, which is right down the middle, and should sound really nice. So here we go. Alright, so our plate voltage came in just under 480 volts. Right now the bias setting came in at about 30 mA. So we need to come up a little bit. With 480 volts on the plates, we're going to shoot for a bias setting of about 37 milliamps. Alright, that's really all there is to it. You know, we're going to let this burn for 15-20 minutes or so. If the bias fluctuates at all, we'll make a final adjustment at that point. That's really all there is to it. We're going to do a couple more videos on this amp and get into some more detail, some other features going on here. So tune in then.